Alright, well, we want to do another little vlog for you here on why we moved from our Airstream to our new
Class A
motorhome. We'll talk more about what it is, and well, I guess we can tell them right now. It was a Fleetwood Pace Aero.
It is a Fleetwood Pace Aero, 2017.
2017, and we're going to give you some of the shots of it, but ultimately this video is all about why the 10 reasons why we moved from an Airstream to a Class A. So here we go.
Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah. And it's a good, I won't even worry anymore. Took all my cares, still can kick them all out the door. Go on and try, come and tell me what you're waiting for. Move and keep them going till your life is overflowing, yeah.
So reason number one was driving. When we're driving between long distances and the kids were right behind me, creating all sorts of havoc, it gets a little bit old, and so now I have all this space. It's just amazing, and the kids are usually right here in the back seats or maybe even in the back bedroom, but usually they're buckled up in the seats, and so it just makes life so much easier. Also, if you'll notice, the distance between me and Molly is greater, so she's less likely to bother me while I'm driving.
That's rude. The only time I bother him while we're driving is if he's actually not.
Oh, cut! We gotta go ahead and cut. We're not gonna be able to record this part. Sorry about that.
Second reason we made a switch from the Airstream to a Class A is for the ease of pulling in. A lot of times we pull in late at night, and so it's just makes life a little bit easier. We're already in our home. We pull up, and most of the time the kids are already ready for bed. Half the time they're already asleep, and so you don't have to do anything except get the night bus ready. And if we're boondocking in a Walmart parking lot, it's that much easier because there's nothing to do except pull in and park, and that's one of the reasons why we love the Class A.
Look, we arrived. They're already sleeping.
All right, reason number 3 that we made the switch is that we arrived faster. At the gas stations, they were taking forever. Everyone would want to go in, everyone needed to use the bathroom, and then the discussion of, can we get a treat, can we get a drink? And then if it was a yes, then it was 20 minutes of searching.
Could live here, huh?
And so it just, all that time stacked up. Now,
not to mention, like, everybody has to go to the bathroom like at different times. No matter how much we try to coordinate it, like Molly just would have to go to the bathroom every time we got on the road for 20 minutes.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
So
now when we pull up to a gas station, Matt gets gas, and that's pretty much it. We don't have to go in.
Rarely at a gas station. Well, sometimes because I have to do the diesel with the bigger trucks, you can have to wait a little bit longer for the next truck in line.
So Matt will go in and treat himself to something.
So I get stuff sometimes, but yeah, it's much cheaper and we get there much faster because of the Class A. So that's definitely another major reason why we were looking to move from the Airstream to the Class A, was just the time of travel was so long. Now we can get places pretty. In fact, I drove for like 4 hours straight a couple times on this trip from Dallas to Utah. So really makes a big difference.
The bathroom and vehicle you're driving in is
not to mention your gas tank is huge. So if you can handle driving that long, you can go for a very long time without even needing gas, because you got a 90-gallon tank here. So even at 7-8 miles per gallon, I'm getting, you know, whatever that is. Let's say you go 50 times 7, that's 350 miles, you know, easily. And you can, and that's only 50. If you actually use like 70 gallons, then you could get another, you know, 450 miles, which is, man, it's a long day. That's almost a whole day's driving without even filling up. So that to me is a major plus, is the speed at which we get places.
Reason number 4, is that right? 4? That we made the switch from an Airstream to a Class A is for the space of living. So when we're driving, the slides are in and it feels a little bit cramped. It has a little bit of a feel of what the Airstream was. And so, but when we get to the place we're going and we park and we open up the slides, it's like, wow, we have a lot of space. Boom. Now it feels huge.
Reason number 5 is that the ease of boondocking is so much better. So like, I love how we can just like pull into a space, and we don't usually put the slides out for boondocking at like a Walmart parking lot. But if we're out in the country or something, or somewhere where it's a little more rural, then we can put the slides out even, and we can run the generator. I don't have to get out of the truck. I don't have to pull the generators out of the back of the truck. It's all just kind of set up and done. A couple pushes of the button and we're ready to go to sleep. So boondocking is way easier in a Class A than the Airstream. Major factor for us. So another benefit, or another key, number 6, is that we're not putting mileage on our vehicles. So my truck was pretty expensive, so putting all that driving mileage on it was not ideal. Now we are putting obviously mileage on the RV, which is going to decrease the value here versus the trailer. So it may be a wash when it's all said and done, cost wise maybe, but I really love my truck and I didn't want to just drive it into the ground. Even though it was a Cummins diesel, it probably would have gone 250, 300,000 miles, but yeah, anyways, I just like to be able to, you know, conserve the mileage on the truck. And when we tow a vehicle here, the tow vehicle goes into a mode that doesn't add any mileage to it. So your tow vehicle is not going to get any mileage. It's just going to, you know, follow behind you. So saving kind of the overall wear and tear of your vehicle is another benefit for you. Number 6. When we bought the Class A, one of the things I had to realize was that sadly, the Beast was not going to get to come with us. So you're going to have a tow vehicle. We thought about like a Mini Cooper, but we also really like kind of getting off the beaten path, and so we thought maybe we ought to get a Jeep. And so that kind of led to one thing to another, and so now we have a new Jeep, which will be... Number 7 is an excuse to buy a new Jeep. Kind of dirty right now, but I'll clean it up and we'll show it to you soon. Watch for the next videos.
Reason number 8 is that the boys each get their own little space. I call them their bed cubbies. So although that they're not big, and they did share a room when we lived in a house, it's not the actual act of sleeping. It's just a place that if they need to get away for a few minutes, then they have their own space and they can kind of decorate their little area with their knickknacks and little keepsake things they like to collect.
So I've been working on my bed in here. So this is what it looks like. I got the stuffed animals on the side. These are all the stuffed animals I have. I have one more, but I don't know what it is.
So I think that at least for us, for our family, that I knew that would end up working out best long term, is that if each child had their own little space to call their own. So one of the challenges of living on the road is laundry, and the bigger your family, the more laundry you accumulate. So reason number 9, and I didn't anticipate I would love it this much, but having a combo washer dryer in the RV has made my life so much nicer. And you have the engine still on, so it's loud back here. But I tie it up while you drive. But this is heaven sent. I know a lot of the salespeople at the RV dealerships try to talk us out of getting a combo. The only downside is that they're small, and so you can't do large loads. But I figured out that having it wash and dry is perfect. If we're going to go out and explore for the day, I can throw a load in, and when I get home, it's going to be ready to be folded because it's already dry. And I love it.
In fact, I think we've decided that when we move into a house, we're going to have a combo like that.
We need a washer, dryer, and a couple combos.
Yeah. Yes.
Mama, come on, get down, get down.
More craziness in here.
Get down.
Now, another major factor that I honestly probably wasn't something that we had thought a ton about. We knew we'd like to have a little more storage. So that was probably some of the consideration, but if you need a lot of storage, the 10th reason why you may want to move from an Airstream to a Class A is the storage, especially the outside storage. Now, honestly, we were pretty good with the Airstream storage. We were looking for maybe a little bit more, but it wasn't critical. But I'll tell you, if you like and need a lot of storage, there's definitely a lot you can take with you that we never could have taken in the Airstream. We did have some stuff that was in the back of the truck, but ultimately we just didn't have near the capacity we have now. For instance, we've got storage here to store our RC cars. We've got storage for things like your extra toilet paper and paper towels and all your cosmetics, whatnot. And your storage units are sometimes even go all the way through or nearly all the way through. The one thing we have learned is, as great as the storage is, it's not all completely waterproof. So the storage was a little more waterproof in the Airstream, but you'll probably want to make sure you keep everything in tubs, as you'll notice that we do, just in case water does get in there. Sometimes an extreme amount of water. They can be waterproofed a little better if you get the right coach or you work on it, but ultimately, as long as you're willing to put something in a bucket, it still gives you a lot more carrying capacity overall. So these are the 10 reasons why we chose to go from an Airstream to a Class A motorhome.
So those are our top 10 reasons why we made the switch from an Airstream travel trailer to a Class A motorhome. Although there were some sacrifices.
Yeah, style, design,
quality.
to a certain degree. What is this noise that's in the background?
It's Monopoly.
Monopoly's
in the background. Why is Monopoly in the background?
So, although it was the right decision for us, it might not be the right decision for everyone.
Would you do it again?
Would I do it again? Yes, I would do it again because I think it was a good switch for our family.
It was a good switch for our family.
Now, if it was just Matt and myself, we would be in an Airstream.
Yeah, we'd probably be in an Airstream.
For sure. If we only had 1 or 2 kids, we would probably be in an Airstream.
Yeah. 3's kind of the limit for the Airstream. Makes it kind of tough.
You can do it.
And older kids maybe, even though I don't know that the space is great for older kids, but it would be.
Older kids have a little bit more freedom to like get out and explore.
Yeah.
Like teenagers. But I think our aged kids and being their parents, we knew what their needs were, and so this was a perfect switch for us, and it has been really good for us so far.
Yeah, so we're glad with our decision. Let us know your thoughts, good, bad, or ugly. We're okay with hearing your criticism. We like hearing your feedback and appreciate the comments. So subscribe, like, share with anybody you know that may be considering getting on the road and whether or not they're going to get an Airstream, a trailer, a fifth wheel. Thanks a lot for following, and please subscribe. Take care.
Peace out.
Cookie Crisp, why did you want to move in?
didn't want to. That's my answer. I wanted to move into here because I like the side house and it has a bigger space. If you like the video, hit subscribe and hit the thumbs up button too. Oh, thumbs up.
Thanks for the comment.
I'm going to sit next to you.
That doesn't work. Your butt did not fit next to my butt on this seat.
The only reason I want to move into RV is to do chit-ups. Obviously. One, Do the chin up dance.
Oh, look at those muscles.